Hi, I'm Marilyn, and I want to welcome you today to Exposing Grief. When we expose anything, it becomes less threatening. To expose loss and grief can provide us with some emotional control. In 2020, we laid the foundation for these conversations. Over 12 episodes, we explained how loss and grief can and does occur at any age or any stage in life. You can go back and listen to those foundational podcast episodes, or you can begin listening today as part of your personal journey to be more emotionally and mentally healthy. This journey is personal. You cannot force or coerce anyone into being more healthy, whether physically or emotionally. A person has to be willing to do all the hard work necessary in order to see results. You as a friend can be an encouragement, that one person who lets them know they can succeed. The holiday season is quickly approaching. There are all types of decorations here, there, and everywhere. This time of year can be challenging emotionally. Sometimes you have to divert your thoughts in order to successfully make it through this season. Memories of those who can no longer celebrate the season with you may invade your mind. You may daydream of prior celebrations and even become emotionally distraught. This is normal, especially if this is the first holiday season without your loved one. It can be particularly difficult. Try not to be overwhelmed. If you need to limit your festivities, do so. Be kind to yourself and don't try to live up to the expectations of others. Each person experiences loss and grief differently. It makes sense that the holiday seasons would be a huge challenge. Most of us work hard to make holidays memorable for everyone involved. We cook large meals, we invite others over, or even for an outing. Sometimes we even take special trips. So when someone is missing, whether through death or divorce or other situations, it can cause a lump in the throat moment. There may be times that you will say to yourself, I cannot survive this season. However, let that moment pass. The sense of loss you may be experiencing is real. The pain you are feeling is real, but the thought you may not survive is exaggerated. Others have survived in the past, and you realize that you can also. It's just a difficult moment you are going through. Emotions can be triggered by almost anything at this time of year because everything seems bigger than life. There are more sights, more sounds, more events, and more smells. Everyone has different triggers, so try not to compare yourself to other family members who may or may not be having a difficult time with this holiday season. Also, try not to compare yourself to friends who are not experiencing a loss that you are aware of. Some people are skilled at hiding their true feelings during this season. It is always better to work through emotions than to hide or suppress them. Awareness is good because it allows us to know when we have not completely resolved some past emotional trauma. Please get professional assistance when necessary. There are times that we cannot manage our emotional state alone. Once we have some tools for coping with emotional situations, the key is to remember to use them when an occasion arises. Also remember that loss and grief emotions may include anger or feelings of unfairness, denial, depression, or even shock. During the holidays, you can experience these emotions and more. Don't get down on yourself for feeling them. Acknowledge that you are normal and allow the emotions to pass or work through them. If this is a first holiday season without your loved one, it may be a good idea to prepare yourself for the year ahead. Birthdays, anniversaries, Easter, Valentine's Day, and other occasions may all be a trigger for your emotions. If you have thought of that possibility in advance, then it may be easier to get to the other side of any occasion. These conversations about loss, grief, and emotional well-being are necessary and perhaps well overdue. Be a part of these important conversations. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to visit with you next time on Exposing Grief.